Hi, I'm Chad with Move4 Guitar. This lesson is from our course Beginner Course 2. Beginner Course 2 picks up right where Beginner Course 1 left off, and you're going to learn more chords, chord progressions, strumming patterns, how to play in time to a basic beat, and much more. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you an open Em7 chord, an open Cadd9 chord, and an open Dsus4 chord. First off, this course includes jam tracks as well as a corresponding premium e-guide. The e-guide includes all the detailed charts and diagrams for each lesson, step-by-step instructions to help you practice and retain the material in the video lessons, extra bonus tips and tricks, and much more. To accelerate your learning, be sure to grab the jam tracks and your copy of the premium e-guide by clicking the link on the screen or looking in the description below. So these three chords I'm going to show you, the Em7, the Cadd9, the Dsus4, can all be used in place of the E minor, the C, and the D that I showed you earlier. So anytime you want, you can interchange those with the chord progressions that I've shown you. That's not always the case with the Dsus4 with every song that you're going to run across. With all the chord progressions that I've shown you so far, it is the case. You can change out the D with the Dsus4. So these function as the same type of chord, they just have different notes in them, so they're going to sound a little different, and it's just a preference thing to which you like better. If you come across a song that has a chord progression like G to D to E minor to C, like one of the ones I've shown you, you can choose to play G to Dsus4 to Em7 to Cadd9 and use those chords instead. It's just going to sound a little different because of the notes in them, and then it's just totally a preference thing whether it fits well with what you're going for. And the nice thing about the Em7, the Cadd9, the Dsus4, if you combine it with the G major chord, is that they all keep your third and fourth finger in the same spot the whole time. So your third finger on the second string third fret and your fourth finger on the first string third fret, those two fingers never move with any of those chords. So if you're playing a G and a Dsus4, E minor 7, Cadd9, you're only moving these two fingers. These two fingers stay there the whole time. So that's a really nice thing about using these chords. And they have a nice bright sound because of those two notes, those higher notes that are in there the whole time. And I'll show you that in the next lesson. I just wanted to point that out now. So the first chord we'll look at is an E minor 7, and here's the E minor 7. And if you play the E minor with your first and second finger like I've shown you, start with that. Now all you do is add in your third and fourth fingers where they go with the G major. So like I said, your third finger on the second string third fret and your fourth finger on the first string third fret, and then everything else is just open. The other two strings are open, so you strum through all the strings just like a regular E minor chord. So that's an E minor 7. So the next chord is a Cadd9, and here's a Cadd9. And the Cadd9 has two of the same fretted notes as the regular C, but you've got to use different fingers this time, unlike with the E minor where you could just hold the E minor with your first and second fingers and then add in your third and fourth. With the Cadd9, you've got to switch the way you hold those two notes that are shared. So the way you fret it is with your second finger on the fifth string third fret, your first finger on the fourth string second fret, and then again your third and fourth fingers are on the second string and the first string in the third fret. And just like the C, you're muting out the sixth string, so again use your second finger and reach up underneath and touch it, or you could use your thumb if you can reach that comfortably, but it's usually easier just use your second finger, and then your third string is open. So you strum through all the strings but mute out the sixth string. So that's a Cadd9. And then the Dsus4, you can start by holding a regular D major. This is probably the easiest way to visualize it. If you just hold the D major that you know, and then add in your fourth finger on the first string third fret, because remember your third and fourth fingers stay there the whole time. And when you add this in, your second finger is not doing anything anymore because this finger is fretting in front of your second finger, so you can remove your second finger. And the nice thing about the Dsus4 is a move you can do that I'm sure you've heard a million times, just didn't know what it was, is you can play the D major and then add in your fourth finger for the Dsus4 and go back and forth. that's a really common thing to do. But you can just play the Dsus4 by itself. And again, it's just like the regular D major. You start your strum on the 4th string, don't play the 5th string, and you can mute out the 6th string or just not play it. And again, just like every chord, hold the chord, strum through. Check each string, see if anything's buzzing, sounding muted or funny. Go through, find out what string it is, and adjust your fingers till everything rings out clearly. But with your other chords, by now they should be fairly easy to you and shouldn't take too much time to get down. So that's the E minor 7, the C add 9, and the D sus4. Like I said, in the next lesson I'll show you a little chord progression that adds the G back in, and I'll show you how leaving your 2 fingers in there has a really nice sound. It makes it a lot easier for transitions. Be sure to look in your e-guide under this lesson where you'll find step-by-step instructions for how to practice and retain everything that we just went over. You'll also find instructions for when to move on to the next lesson. So thanks for watching and keep moving forward.